Вот в том-то и дело, что вера апостола подняла бы гору и исцелила бы абсолютно, она воскрешала мертвых.
The belief of the disciple could move the mountains, and it could resurrect the dead ones.
Но мы, смертные, не можем передвинуть даже маленький объект на столе.
But contemporary man cannot even move a small subject on the table.
Which brings me to my next question here. Can one average, ordinary man be taught to transfer the energy or to work with bioenergy in terms of healing himself as well as others? Can this be a taught, is this a taught process? Is there a master teacher involved that has to initiate one into this healing? So I guess here my basic question is, can one be taught?
Можно ли научить обычного человека?
Да, это реально возможно обучить.
It's very possible to teach.
То есть, в принципе, очень просто. Начало, база, значит, самоизучение или изучение этого метода лечения основано на ощущении тела.
The beginning, the foundation of this method is the feeling of your own body.
Это то, что человек не имеет на
That's what the
сегодняшний день.
contemporary man today does not have.
Он чувствует тело только тогда, когда появляется боль.
He feels his body only when the pain comes.
Вот начально мы говорим, ощутите свое тело, затем ощутите ваши руки.
In the beginning, just try to feel your hands.
После того, как вы ощутите ваши руки, поставьте их, вот это первые элементарные упражнения по развитию чувствительности рук.
These are just the first exercises to develop the sensitivity of the hands.
Значит, поставьте руки параллельно друг
Put
от
your
друга
hands parallel one from another,
на расстоянии где-то 6-7 инчей.
6-7 inches apart.
Постарайтесь сделать правой рукой, значит, сблизьте руки и отдалите их.
Just bring them together and bring them apart.
Повторяйте это.
Repeat it.
Постарайтесь правой рукой ощутить энергию левой руки и левой рукой энергию правой руки.
By your right hand, try to feel the energy of your left hand. And by your left hand, try to feel the energy field of your right hand.
Затем сделайте круговые движения по часовой и против часовой
Then
стрелке.
do circular motions, counterclockwise and clockwise.
Через где-то минуту вы ощутите покалывание и чувство тепла на ладони и на пальцах.
In about 1 minute, you will probably feel some tingling sensations in your palm and in your fingers,
И чувство тепла.
and warmth.
После этого уже начинается обучение методов пассов, которые рассчитаны на специальных энергетических движений, которые рассчитаны на воздействие на тот или иной орган.
And then you can be taught the so-called passes, which are energy movements to influence some of the organs.
Okay, now again, in developing our own innate healing ability, is it necessary to enter into a state of expanded consciousness, such as meditation? I mean, is that the actual first step before one even becomes sensitive to their own?
Необходимо ли входить в состояние медитации для этого?
Конечно, уже ощущение тела меняет состояние сознания человека.
When a man enters into feeling of his own body, it already alters his state of mind.
Но существует, вообще нам надо сказать, что существует два поля в человеке и два вида энергии в человеке.
And I should say here that there exist two fields and two types of energy in the body of the man.
Это одно статическая энергия и вторая динамическая энергия.
Static and dynamic.
Статическая энергия имеет центр в солнечном сплетении.
Static energy has as its center solar plexus.
И она имеет формы яйцеобразной.
And it has a form of an egg.
И отходит от человека на расстоянии где-то 12-15 инчей.
And it's about 12-15 inches apart from
Мы можем
man's
это
body.
убедиться, взглянув на фотографии, сделанные методом Кириллиан.
If we take a look at the photographs made by Kirillian method, we can see it. It's so-called aura.
Вот второй метод, вторая энергия — это динамическая энергия.
Second type of energy is dynamic energy.
Это то, что это поток, идущий сверху вниз.
It's a flow that goes from up down.
Это то, что в христианстве называлось нисходящая благодать.
In Christianity, it was called the descending blessing, divinity.
Или изображалось в символе золотого столба жизни.
And it was symbolized and it was put in the paintings of the artist as a golden flow of life.
И потому существует два метода медитации. Медитация, которая рассчитана на развитие, и упражнения рассчитаны на развитие статического тела, и медитация рассчитана на развитие динамического.
Consequently, there are two types of meditations, to develop the static body and to develop the dynamic body.
Кто лечит? Вот есть школы целителей, которые лечат с помощью личной энергии, это с помощью статических полей.
There are healing schools where healers heal with their own static energy, with their own static fields of energy.
И есть школы, их очень мало, которые в основном пользуются динамическими полями. То есть раскрытие себя перед океаном космической энергии и вхождение в поток. И за счет этого состояния сознания и за счет этого потока происходит излечение неизлечимых заболеваний.
There are very few schools that do it in dynamic method. They enter into the flow of light, and in this type of cure, of healing, the uncurable diseases can be cured.
Вот в течение многих лет мы с доктором Анушем путешествовали по пустыням Средней Азии, горах Таджикистана, изучали традиции древней оккультной медицины, храмовой медицины, психотерапии и энерголечения. Синтезировал, мы создали вот эту ассоциацию духовного возрождения, которая занимается этими лечениями.
During many years, we together with Dr. Anush traveled in Middle Asia. We collected many schools of thoughts. We were studying about them. We were trying to find out ways how people healed in ancient times, the temple medicine, the ancient Chinese and Indian medicine, and we created our unique own school of healing, and we created our association.
И, в принципе, многие годы мы обучали целые плеяды целителей, которые оказали много добра людям.
Many years we taught many people, and we taught many healers who are now helping other people.
I know with Dr. Anush, the one area that we have gotten to this point is an open eye meditation. The importance of meditation, I'm sure, is stressed initially before we get involved into any type of awareness in terms of who and what we really are here. And understanding and loving meditation as I do, I just like to bring that out as an area of importance, even if we do not wish to develop ourselves into healers, in order for us to remain centered and balanced throughout life, to comprehend, to understand, to expand, to grow. To me, some form of meditation has to be implemented in one's life. So just the idea of allowing ourselves to get involved in meditation of some sort will eventually bring us to that level, regardless of what type it may have been initially. The quieting, the actual exercise of quieting, opening ourselves up to that universal energy brings us to a point of awareness, again, whether or not our intention is to be healers or not. Wonderful, and I thank you. I want to thank all of you, Dr. George and Dr. Anush, for being here with me today. This has been indeed a very interesting and informative as well as eye-opening session here. And to you, my listening audience, I would like to say, you know, you cannot go further until you go deeper. The universe is finally giving us permission to go deeper in order to grow and unfold and to discover who we are. So until next time here on the Awareness Forum, I'd like to say, stay centered. I'm Claudia Addison, Los Angeles-based personal and spiritual growth consultant, intuitive reader, and your host here today on the Awareness Forum. This is a format of intelligent, open, honest, and in-depth discussions covering all matters related to metaphysics and or any of the esoteric sciences. This particular program is for you, the listening audience out there, who are interested, who are seeking, and who are willing to take the responsibility for who and what you are or hope to become. It has been said that the 21st century healthcare will be based upon the subtle energy principles and interventions involving the mind, the body, the environment, and our spiritual dimension. So now, in acknowledging that we are now living in this age of heightened awareness, people are becoming, I guess, more and more comfortable with seeking out and using various alternative approaches to their well-being. And one of the areas that people seem to be very interested in at this particular time is the area of psychic healing, or healing with energy, or bioenergy, as we're going to refer to it today. On our last show, we discussed, as in-depth as time permitted, the subject of bioenergy. And because we had such a tremendous response to that particular show, we've decided that today's show will be a continuation of that subject of bioenergy. So we have back with us today noted physicist, healer, teacher, founder and director of the World Association for Spiritual Revival and Harmonious Development here in Los Angeles, Dr. Anushavan Manukyan. And we have again translating for us today will be Miss Irina Segal. So hi, and thank you for being with me today.
Hi.
And certainly welcome back. You know, one of the responses that I received so often in all of this feedback was people wanting to know, who is Dr. Anush? Where is Dr. Anush from? And so I'd like, if you would like to share with our listening audience some of your background, exactly where you were schooled, and at what point in time in your life experience did you become interested in this bioenergy?
Я закончил физико-математический институт в городе Еревана.
I have graduated Physico-Mathematical Institute of city of Yerevan, Armenia.
И тогда еще меня интересовали философия, восточная философия. в основном.
Even at that time, I was very interested in Eastern philosophies,
Меня очень интересовал гипноз, особенно.
especially hypnosis I was interested in.
Я нашел книги, между прочим, это была книга американского автора.
I found some books, and one of the most important ones was the book of the American author.
Автор was Ламот Сеч.
His name was Lamot Sech.
Эта книга была опубликована где-то в 1914 году
Published in
в
1914
Санкт-Петербурге.